Nigeria. A land where the Sahel meets the sea, where golden grasslands roll into emerald forests, and rivers carve through plains that never sleep. Here the air hums with life and light. From the dry winds of the north carrying the cries of kites and crows, to the steamy mangroves of the Niger Delta, whispering with herons and kingfishers. Nigeria's wild heart beats to a rhythm both ancient and alive. The forests shimmer with movement. Each region tells its own story. In the north, dust and sunlight forge resilience. In the south, rain and shadow nurture brilliance. Between them stretches a living bridge of flight and sound, a nation written not only in language, but in wings. In this episode from BBTV Official, we follow the winged voices of Nigeria, creatures of grace, mystery, and defiance, whose presence reminds us that even in a world of change, the wild still sings. Through the soft dawn haze of West Africa, a shimmer of royal purple slips between palm crowns. This is the violet Turaco, Musophaga violacea, its name meaning violet banana eater, a nod to both its color and fruit-filled diet. In Nigeria, where it is affectionately called Ayo, the bird carries echoes of celebration, appearing in folklore as a symbol of renewal after rain. It inhabits the woodlands and riverine forests of northern and central Nigeria, thriving where savanna grass gives way to lush trees. Morning sunlight catches its feathers, turning each glide into a ripple of living amethyst. Within these green corridors, the Turaco moves with measured grace, neither shy nor bold, simply radiant. About 17 inches long and weighing around 12 ounces, it is medium-sized but unforgettable. Deep violet-blue plumage shimmers against a crimson crest, and when it spreads its wings, flashes of scarlet ignite like sparks in the canopy. Its colors are unlike any other bird's, not an illusion of light, but a rare pigment called Turaco verdin, found only in Turacos. This natural copper compound gives its feathers a true purple that no rain or shadow can dull. Feeding among fruiting figs and berry trees, it plucks gently with a curved yellow bill, its soft call rolling through the branches. When rain clouds gather, pairs build flimsy nests high above, both parents tending two pale chicks with quiet devotion. As dusk descends over the Niger Valley, the Turaco glides once more through the trees, wings aflame with red, vanishing into the violet light like a piece of sunset taking flight. Across the open skies of West Africa, a streak of turquoise and cream slices through the heat. The blue-bellied roller, Coracius cyanogaster, takes its name from the Greek for blue-bellied crow, though its flight is far more graceful than any corvids. In Nigeria's Hausa language, it is sometimes called makaranta, the sky dancer, for the way it twists and tumbles through the air. This dazzling bird inhabits the savannas and forest edges of northern and central Nigeria, where scattered acacias and baobabs break the horizon. Perched high on bare branches, it surveys the landscape like a jewel suspended between earth and sun. When it dives, its blue belly blazes against the tawny grasslands below. Reaching about 11 inches in length, the blue-bellied roller wears a pale cream head and chest, blending into a vivid azure body and deep royal blue wings. The long tail feathers end in twin streamers that flutter like ribbons in flight, a signature of its elegance. Its flight display is what makes it unforgettable. During the breeding season, males perform dramatic rolling dives, looping and plunging while giving loud, grating calls that echo across the plains. Each tumble is part dance, part declaration. Diet consists mainly of grasshoppers, beetles, and small lizards, captured mid-air or plucked from the ground with swift precision. It often hunts from a favorite perch, waiting motionless before bursting into sudden pursuit. Pairs build nests in tree cavities, lining them with dry grass. Both parents share incubation, fiercely guarding their chicks from hornbills and snakes. As the day fades and the savanna glows gold, the blue-bellied roller soars once more, rolling through the last light, a living fragment of the African sky set free. In the shaded gorges of West Africa's rainforests, where dripping vines hang like curtains of emerald, a strange figure moves among the rocks. The white-necked rockfowl, Picathartus gymnocephalus, is unlike any other bird on Earth. Its name, from Greek roots meaning holy watcher, suits its ghost-like presence beneath the cliffs. In Nigeria, it haunts the dense forests of Cross River State, a living relic of an ancient lineage. This rare species inhabits humid ravines and rocky overhangs where the forest floor remains cool and silent. Moss carpets the stones, and ferns cling to dripping ledges. Within this dim world, the rockfowl steps lightly, its pale neck glowing faintly in the half-light, like a flicker of moon. About 13 inches long, it has a slender black body, a snow-white nape, and a bare yellow head, marked with a bold black patch around each eye. The combination gives it an almost prehistoric look, part bird, part myth. Its uniqueness lies in its behavior. Rather than nesting in trees, it builds clay nests beneath cliffs and caves, plastering mud against stone with remarkable skill. These half-domed structures cling to the rock face like ancient sculptures. Foraging quietly, it hunts insects, frogs, and small invertebrates, leaping between boulders with cat-like grace. Its long legs and alert posture allow it to snatch prey in swift, precise motions. Breeding pairs remain devoted. Both parents shape the nest and guard one or two chicks, returning with beakfuls of insects in rhythmic intervals. The forest fills with dripping water and faint rustles. The rockfowl melts into shadow, leaving only its pale neck glinting once before vanishing, a ghost of the cliffs, seen and gone in the same breath. When the dry season gives way to rain across the Nigerian plains, the grasslands burst into flame, not of fire, but of feathers. The northern red bishop, Euplectus franciscanus, transforms from a modest brown sparrow into a living ember. Its scientific name honors the Franciscan monks, whose crimson robes echo the bird's fiery breeding plumage. This striking species ranges widely across West Africa, thriving in the savannas, wetlands, and rice fields of northern and central Nigeria. Where papyrus waves beside still water, the bishop builds its kingdom. At dawn, the males rise above the reeds like sparks, their red and black bodies catching the first light of the day. Only about 5 inches long, the male is compact but brilliant. His body burns with scarlet orange from crown to breast, broken only by a velvet black face and belly. Outside breeding season, he fades to plain brown, proof that even brilliance must rest. His display is among the most theatrical in Africa. Hovering above tall grass, he puffs out his plumage, flutters furiously, and delivers rapid chirps, a fiery dance meant to win the gaze of every nearby female. Dozens of males may display side by side, turning the wetlands into a moving carpet of flame. The bishop feeds mainly on grass seeds and grains, though during breeding, he also takes insects to nourish his young. With a sharp bill, he clings to swaying stems, snipping seeds with precision born of patience. Each male weaves a globe-shaped nest from grass blades, suspended among reeds just above the waterline. The female inspects, accepts, and lays her clutch of pale eggs within his masterpiece. The bishops sink into the reeds, their song softening with the wind, a reminder that even fire must sleep beneath the stars. From the quiet edges of Nigeria's wetlands comes a flicker of color no larger than a leaf. The orange-cheeked waxbill, Estrilda melpoda, takes its name from the Greek for soft tongue, a nod to the waxy texture of its bill. Tiny yet radiant, it carries on its face a blush of orange so bright it seems to hold the sunset within its feathers. This delicate finch is found across open grasslands, reed beds, and the outskirts of villages throughout southern and central Nigeria. It thrives where humans and wilderness meet, where puddles glisten beside rice paddies and wild grasses grow between fences. In this quiet borderland, it weaves its small life among the reeds. Barely 4 inches long and weighing less than half an ounce, the orange-cheeked waxbill is a study in elegance. Its body is olive brown above, gray below, and brushed with crimson at the rump. The glowing orange patches on its cheeks are its signature, like 2 sparks against the green of the fields. What sets it apart is its social grace. These birds live in tight flocks, never alone, moving as one shimmering ripple through the tall grass. Their contact calls are soft, musical twitters, the sound of friendship carried on warm air. Feeding mostly on grass seeds and tiny insects, they hop deftly along stems, balancing on fine reeds that sway under their weight. Their lightness is their safety. During breeding, pairs build domed nests of grass, hidden low in thickets. The female lays about 4 eggs, both parents taking turns to incubate and feed the hatchlings. As evening light pools in the meadows, a cluster of waxbills flutters up, orange cheeks glowing against the fading gold. Then, like sparks returning to ash, they vanish into the dusk, leaving only a ripple of soft song in the wind. At the edge of a Nigerian village where thorn trees meet the open savanna, a glint of deep blue catches the morning sun. The village indigo bird, Vidua chalibeata, bears a name that means steel-colored widow, a tribute to its metallic plumage that gleams like tempered metal. Small and secretive, it lives where human life and wild song intertwine. This tiny finch is common across much of Nigeria, from dry grasslands in the north to woodland clearings near rivers and farms. It perches on fences and millet stalks, blending the rhythms of people and birds. Though unassuming at first glance, when light strikes its feathers, it becomes a spark of sapphire against the pale dust of the fields. Barely 5 inches long, the male glows with iridescent blue-green plumage, a jet-black tail, and coral-red bill. Females and juveniles wear soft browns and streaks, disguises for quieter lives. But when the rains arrive, the male transforms into a gleaming performer. His uniqueness lies in mimicry. The indigo bird has no song of its own. Instead, it imitates the calls of its host species, usually the red-billed firefinch, whose nests it parasitizes. By echoing the foster parent's voice, he ensures his offspring will be accepted and raised as one of their own. Feeding mostly on grass seeds, the bird forages close to the ground, hopping between stems with quick, jerky movements. It often joins mixed flocks, feeding alongside the very finches it deceives. When dusk settles over the huts and tall grass, the male perches high and sings his stolen song. The melody drifts through the warm air, a perfect echo, beautiful and borrowed, fading as night swallows the sky. From the high branches of Nigeria's forest canopies comes a soft rustle, like leaves brushing in the wind. The African green pigeon, Trill calvus, appears where sunlight filters through fruiting trees. Its name, from the Greek triron, meaning gentle dove, perfectly captures its quiet, graceful spirit. This species thrives across Nigeria's lowland forests, wooded savannas, and river valleys. It is especially abundant along the Benue and Cross River regions, where figs, palms, and mahoganies bear fruit year-round. Hidden among the leaves, its green plumage turns the bird into part of the canopy itself, seen only when it moves. Measuring about 12 inches long and weighing just over half a pound, it is medium-sized but vividly colored. The plumage glows in layered greens, lime on the wings, olive on the back, and yellow-green on the belly. A soft gray crown and maroon shoulder patches complete its elegant attire. In flight, flashes of lemon-yellow underwings reveal its beauty against the blue sky. Its habits are peaceful. Green pigeons travel in small flocks, their wings whirring gently as they glide between treetops. Their voices are soft, bubbling coos that roll through the forest like a breeze through bamboo. Feeding mainly on figs and wild fruits, they hang upside down to reach ripe clusters, balancing with surprising agility. By swallowing fruits whole and dispersing their seeds, they help regenerate the very forests that shelter them. During breeding, they build flimsy platform nests of twigs, hidden in dense foliage. Both parents share duties of incubation and feeding, their devotion as steady as their quiet flight. As afternoon light fades to gold, a flock of green pigeons lifts into the air, wings shining like new leaves in the sun. For a brief moment, the forest seems to rise with them. From the green shade of Nigeria's gallery forests, a flash of turquoise flutters through the air like a stray piece of sky. The African blue flycatcher, Elminia longicauda, carries a name that means long-tailed bird of the elms, though here it finds its sanctuary among figs, palms, and forest streams. Light follows it as faithfully as shadow. This elegant species thrives in the woodlands, forest edges, and riparian thickets of southern and central Nigeria. It is often seen where filtered sunlight drips through the leaves, dancing along the banks of slow-moving rivers. There, the air hums with insects, the stage on which this aerial acrobat performs. About 6 inches long, including its sweeping tail, the African blue flycatcher is slender and luminous. The male glows a deep azure blue from crown to tail, while the throat and underparts shimmer in lighter tones of silver blue. Its dark eyes gleam with constant curiosity, always scanning for motion in the air. Its defining trait is agility. With a sudden leap from a low branch, it darts forward, twists midair, and snatches a mosquito or beetle before looping back to its perch. The movement is effortless, a choreography written by instinct. Feeding mostly on insects, it hunts alone or in pairs, sometimes joining mixed flocks of sunbirds and warblers. Each flick of its tail seems to punctuate the rhythm of the forest. When nesting season arrives, pairs build delicate cup-shaped nests from root fibers and moss, tucked in forked branches near streams. The female incubates, while the male stands guard, both exchanging soft, trilling calls. As twilight deepens and the forest hum quiets, the blue flycatcher hovers once more above the river's gleam, a flicker of blue flame vanishing into the dusk. From the sunlit canopy of Nigeria's savannas comes a burst of laughter, metallic, echoing, contagious. The sound belongs to the green wood hoopoe, Phoeniculus purpureus, whose name means phoenix of shining purple. With feathers that gleam like oil on water, it turns every ray of sunlight into a ripple of color. This species thrives in dry woodlands, acacia groves, and savanna edges across northern and central Nigeria. They move together in tight family groups, clambering along tree trunks with long, curved bills, probing for life, hidden beneath the bark. Where one calls, the others answer, a rolling chorus that fills the warm air like ringing bells. About 17 inches long, the green wood hoopoe is slender and sleek, its tail elongated and metallic green, with violet and blue hues that shift in every beam of light. The bill, long and scarlet, curves downward in perfect symmetry with its narrow head, giving it an almost regal poise. What makes this bird truly remarkable is its social bond. Families may include up to a dozen individuals, each taking part in feeding, defending, and caring for the young. Their laughter-like calls are not just sound, but connection, a way of reaffirming unity beneath the wide African sky. Feeding mainly on beetles, termites, and spiders, they forage cooperatively, scaling bark like acrobats, prying insects from cracks with surgical precision. When the breeding pair retreats to a hollow tree, the group stands guard, driving away snakes and raptors with fierce calls and wing beats. Loyalty here is as strong as color. As evening fades, the wood hoopoes gather on a single branch, feathers glowing green in the sinking sun. Their chorus rises once more, half laughter, half song, before vanishing into the golden quiet of the savannah. From the sunlit savannas of West Africa comes a flash of green and gold, wings slicing through the morning air with cheerful cries. The Senegal parrot, Poicephalus senegalis, bears a name that ties it to the lands stretching from Senegal to Nigeria, where its voice rings through the trees like laughter after rain. In Yoruba, it is known simply as Ayakuto, the truth-teller, for its uncanny mimicry of human speech. This parrot inhabits wooded savannas, gallery forests, and cultivated farmlands throughout Nigeria's central and western regions. It thrives near fruiting trees, baobabs, and oil palms, adapting easily to human landscapes. The bright plumage turns every flock into a drifting constellation of color. At about 9 inches long and weighing just under 5 ounces, it is small but brilliantly marked. The head and neck shimmer gray, the wings gleam emerald green, and the chest glows in a rich yellow or orange vest. Its eyes, bright amber, radiate intelligence and curiosity. Its voice is sharp and expressive, ranging from high whistles to playful squawks. These parrots form lifelong pairs, their calls echoing across the canopy as they keep constant contact even when out of sight. Feeding on fruits, seeds, and nuts, the Senegal parrot uses its strong hooked bill to crack shells with surgical precision. It hangs upside down to reach difficult fruits, a picture of agile determination. Breeding pairs nest in hollow tree cavities, lining them with bits of wood. Both parents share the work of feeding their young, guarding their small family fiercely from hawks and snakes. As sunset gilds the savanna, a flock of Senegal parrots bursts from the trees, wings flashing like green fire against the gold of evening, their laughter trailing across the wind. When the first light drifts over Nigeria's savannas, a faint shimmer moves among the grasses, soft gray brushed with lilac. The lavender waxbill, Estrilda caerulescens, earns its name from the pale violet wash that colors its plumage. Delicate and calm, it seems less like a bird and more like a petal set loose on the wind. It inhabits dry grasslands, scrublands, village outskirts across northern and central Nigeria. Where thorn bushes fringe the fields and millet grows tall, these tiny finches make their home. They are often seen in pairs or small flocks, slipping through stalks with a quiet flutter, unnoticed until sunlight catches the lavender sheen on their wings. Barely 4 inches long, this diminutive bird weighs less than half an ounce. Its plumage glows grayish lilac, shading into silver on the chest and rose on the belly. A crimson tail flashes brightly whenever it darts into the open, while the short coral red bill completes its refined palette. Unlike louder species, the lavender waxbill communicates in soft, whispering chirps, a language of closeness. They spend their days perched low, preening or gently pecking seeds, their calm demeanor a contrast to the restless savanna around them. Feeding mainly on grass seeds and small insects, they move in coordinated ripples, landing and rising as one. Their synchronized motion gives the illusion of a single living wave gliding over the field. For nesting, pairs weave fine grasses into spherical shelters, tucked within thorny bushes to ward off predators. Inside, 4 or 5 pale eggs rest, tended by both parents through heat and rain. As dusk settles, the lavender sheen fades into the color of twilight. The flock melts into the reeds, and for a moment, the grass itself seems to exhale, as if the evening has borrowed their gentleness. Beneath the shade of broad banana leaves and damp undergrowth, a tiny spark of emerald stirs. The green twin spot, Mandingoa nitidula, bears a name that reflects both its hue and heritage, a jewel of the Manding region of West Africa. In Nigeria, it lingers near forest edges and riverbanks, where light and shadow weave a living mosaic. This exquisite finch prefers moist woodlands and secondary growth across southern Nigeria, often close to human gardens and forest clearings. Where seed-bearing grasses thrive beside shade and water, the twin spot makes its home. Its movements are quick, almost secret, a flicker of green that vanishes as soon as it appears. Barely 4 inches long, it weighs less than half an ounce. The male shines in iridescent green with a crimson belly and white-spotted flanks, while the female is softer, olive brown and understated. Together, they form a perfect balance of brightness and calm, like light reflected on still water. Its most enchanting trait is its song, a delicate, tinkling series of notes, light as falling rain. These quiet duets echo softly between pairs, each answering the other with affection disguised as melody. Feeding mainly on grass seeds and small insects, they forage low to the ground, hopping nimbly between stems. Their red eyes gleam against the greenery as they pluck at seeds, barely disturbing the dew beneath their feet. When nesting, the pair constructs a dome-shaped cradle of grass, hidden deep within vines or low shrubs. Inside rest 4 tiny eggs, guarded with surprising bravery by such small creatures. As morning mist lifts from the forest floor, a pair of green twin spots emerges briefly into a shaft of sunlight. 2 sparks of color, dancing, then fading back into the green. At the edge of a dusty Nigerian village where millet fields shimmer in heat, a glint of crimson flutters to life. The red-billed firefinch, Lagonosticta senegala, takes its name from both its blazing plumage and its fiery bill. Across West Africa, it is known as the bird of hearth and home, forever close to people, yet always free. This tiny finch thrives wherever humans sow and harvest, in gardens, savannas, and the edges of croplands. From Sokoto to Lagos, it moves fearlessly through backyards and fields, perching on fences or dust baths beside livestock. Its presence softens the harsh light of the dry season, turning the land momentarily to gold. Barely 4 inches long and weighing less than half an ounce, the male glows in deep rose red from crown to breast, fading into soft brown wings. The female, plainer in earthy tones, keeps the same gentle eyes and restless energy. Together, they form one of Africa's most familiar and beloved pairs. Their charm lies in their song, a sweet, high-pitched warble often delivered from low shrubs or thatched roofs. It is a melody of calm and continuity, echoing softly through the rhythm of daily life. Feeding mainly on grass seeds, they hop lightly across bare ground, their red bills flashing as they peck. Insects are added to the diet during breeding, when energy matters most. The nest is a woven dome of grass tucked deep within a bush or wall crevice. Both parents tend their eggs with quiet devotion, guarding them from heat and dust alike. The firefinch perches on a fence wire, its scarlet body glowing against the fading sky, a single ember of life enduring through the dusk. When night falls over the dry savannas of northern Nigeria, the air itself seems to shimmer. Out of the twilight glides a bird like no other, the standard winged nightjar, Caprimulgus longipennis, its name meaning long-winged goatsucker, a relic of old folklore that once believed such birds drank milk from livestock. In truth, it drinks only the wind, chasing insects beneath the stars. This nocturnal species haunts open woodlands, grasslands, and dry riverbeds across northern Nigeria, from the Sahel to the edges of the Niger Valley. During the day, it vanishes, merging perfectly with leaf litter and sand, its mottled plumage indistinguishable from the earth itself. But when dusk arrives, it awakens, silent, spectral, and swift. About 10 inches long and weighing just under 2 ounces, the male is slender and cryptic until breeding season transforms him into a marvel. 2 elongated wing plumes extend nearly 12 inches beyond the tips of his wings, trailing behind him as he flies. These ethereal standards shimmer like ribbons in the moonlight, the very image of night in motion. Feeding entirely on flying insects, the nightjar hunts with its mouth wide open, sweeping through clouds of moths and beetles. Its silent wings allow it to strike without sound, vanishing as quickly as it appears. When nesting, it lays a single egg directly on bare ground, relying on camouflage and patience rather than defense. Both parents share the vigil, motionless through the burning day. The male rises once more, ribbons streaming behind him. He vanishes into starlight, a spirit of air and silence, tracing patterns no dawn will ever erase. Deep in the dry woodlands of northern Nigeria, where acacia pods rattle in the wind and bees hum around hollow trees, a small brown bird flits from branch to branch. The greater honey guide, indicator, indicator. Its name, both Latin and literal, means exactly what it does. A guide, a messenger of sweetness. Few creatures in nature share such a remarkable pact with humankind. This bird lives across Nigeria's savannas and open forests, favoring areas rich in wild hives. Dull in color, yet sharp in instinct, the honey guide has built its life on cooperation. When it spots a wandering human or honey-hunting animal, it gives a special chatter, fluttering ahead in short bursts, calling again until it is followed. Only about 8 inches long, it wears gray-brown plumage and a pale throat patch, with males showing a faint yellow shoulder mark. Its plain appearance hides one of nature's most complex behaviors. The honey guide's gift is direction. It leads people, and occasionally honey badgers, straight to wild bee nests. Once the nest is broken open and the honey taken, the bird returns to feast on the leftover wax and larvae. Both partners gain from the exchange. Man receives honey, and the bird its reward. Equally curious is its breeding. Like the indigo bird, the honey guide is a brood parasite, laying eggs in other birds' nests. The hatchling then eliminates its rivals, ensuring it alone receives care. The honey guide perches silently near a tree hollow, the faint scent of honey still drifting in the air. Its eyes gleam in the fading light, keeper of a secret pact older than memory. From the dim shade of Nigeria's forest floor comes a chorus of low clucks and soft rustles, the sound of the crested guinea fowl, Gutera pucherani, moving through the undergrowth like a troop of feathered shadows. Its name honors the French naturalist Jacques Poucheron, but in the wild, this bird needs no title. Its appearance alone declares its strangeness, a crown of black curls set atop a body of spotted midnight. This guinea fowl inhabits the moist forests and wooded savannas of southern Nigeria, especially along the Cross River and coastal plains. In these humid realms, filtered light falls in golden shafts through dense canopies, illuminating birds that seem to belong to another age. About 20 inches tall and weighing around 2 pounds, the crested guinea fowl wears a suit of black feathers, freckled with tiny white dots. But it is the head that captures attention. Bare, bluish skin, adorned with a mop of wiry black feathers that bounce with every step. The effect is almost comical, yet regal in its own way. Unlike its noisier cousins, this species prefers stealth. Groups of 6 to 10 birds forage together, scratching through leaves for seeds, termites, and fallen fruit. Their quiet coordination makes them vanish into the shadows as easily as smoke. During breeding season, the pair separates from the flock to nest on the ground, concealed beneath shrubs or roots. The female lays up to 6 eggs, camouflaged in the forest litter, and guards them fiercely. The flock bursts into the air in an explosion of wings, only to melt back into silence moments later. As dusk gathers beneath the trees, their spotted forms blur into darkness, a constellation of feathers fading into the forest's night. When the first rains sweep across Nigeria's northern plains, the sky fills with wings. Among the thunderclouds drifts a dark, elegant silhouette. The Abdim's stork, Ciconia abdimii, named for Bey el Arnaut Abdim, the 19th century Egyptian naturalist who first described it. In Africa, it is called the rainbird, for wherever it appears, renewal follows. This migratory stork journeys thousands of miles, spending the dry season in East Africa before returning west to breed. In Nigeria, it gathers across the Sahel and savannas, from Sokoto to Maiduguri, where temporary wetlands and flooded fields bloom with life after rain. Standing nearly 30 inches tall, it is smaller than most storks, yet striking in form. The plumage is glossy black with a metallic sheen of purple and green, the belly white, and the bill slate gray tipped in crimson. During breeding, the face turns vivid blue around the eyes, framed by red and pink patches, a flash of color against the storm-lit sky. Abdim's stork feeds mainly on grasshoppers, frogs, and small reptiles, stalking carefully through wet fields. When locusts swarm, flocks of hundreds descend like moving shadows, turning pest into feast. Their nests crown tall trees, cliffs, or even rooftops in rural villages. Built of sticks and lined with leaves, each nest shelters 3 to 4 chicks, both parents sharing every duty from guarding to feeding. The colony becomes a quiet parliament of silhouettes. As lightning flickers beyond the horizon, the storks stand motionless on their perches, their dark wings gleaming faintly, sentinels of the rain, waiting for the next storm to call them skyward. At sunrise, when the first breeze stirs the bougainvillea, over Nigerian rooftops, a bright, bubbling song fills the air. The common bulbul, Pycnonotus barbatus, may live up to its name, but there is nothing ordinary about its music. Its scientific name means thick-backed, bearded bird, yet its true mark lies in its voice, the everyday sound of Africa's dawn. This adaptable species thrives almost everywhere across Nigeria, from coastal gardens and open savannas to the green edges of cities and farms. Where people settle, the bulbul follows, nesting in fruit trees, fences, and quiet corners of courtyards. Its song, cheerful and repetitive, blends seamlessly with the hum of daily life. About 7 inches long, the common bulbul wears modest shades of olive brown above and lighter gray beneath, with a soft yellow patch beneath the tail that flashes as it moves. Its dark crest and curious eyes give it a look of perpetual alertness, a streetwise survivor in the heart of Africa. What makes it special is resilience. While many birds flee the approach of people, The bulbul adapts, learning to thrive in gardens, orchards, and even bustling towns. It sings from telephone wires, fruiting trees, or the roof of a passing car. Feeding mostly on fruit, berries, nectar, and insects, it hops energetically through foliage, calling in short bursts between meals. Its chatter is both conversation and claim. During breeding, pairs weave cup-shaped nests of grass and rootlets in hedges or shrubs. 2 or 3 pale eggs rest inside, tended by both parents. As the sun sinks behind the rooftops, the bulbul's song softens into the wind, the last note of daylight, fading over the gardens of Nigeria. In every Nigerian town, from dusty northern roads to shaded village courtyards, one small bird seems always near. The northern gray-headed sparrow, Passer griseus, carries a name as simple as its nature. Unassuming, adaptable, and endlessly persistent, it has become a quiet witness to daily life across West Africa. This sparrow thrives wherever people dwell, in farmlands, gardens, and roadside trees. It perches on telephone wires, hops between market stalls, and drinks from puddles after sudden rain. Where humans build, the sparrow follows, as if companionship were part of its instinct. About 6 inches long, it wears modest attire, a gray head, warm brown back, and pale underparts brushed with buff. The small black bill and bright eyes give it a look of mild curiosity, as though forever observing the world's ordinary wonders. Its voice is a cheerful series of chirps, simple yet full of life. Flocks chatter constantly, weaving their calls through the hum of traffic, goats, and children. A familiar soundtrack to Nigerian mornings. Feeding mainly on grains, seeds, and crumbs, it is both scavenger and gardener. By carrying seeds across open ground, it helps replant what it consumes, spreading new growth in the most unlikely places. During breeding, the pair builds a rough nest of grass and feathers under eaves or in tree holes. The female lays 3 to 5 eggs, and both parents tend them with surprising tenderness for such common birds. As sunset glows over the rooftops, a dozen sparrows settle into a neem tree, their chatter fading into contented murmurs. They are the heartbeat of ordinary days, small, steadfast, and endlessly alive. Across the open skies of Nigeria, a sharp caw slices through the heat. The pied crow, Corvus albus, commands attention wherever it flies. Its Latin name means white crow, a nod to the bold contrast that defines it. A black body cloaked in a gleaming white collar, as if dressed for both battle and ceremony. This adaptable species thrives from the coasts of Lagos to the northern savannas, soaring over cities, fields, and fishing villages alike. Where humans go, the pied crow follows, drawn by opportunity and curiosity. It is Africa's most familiar sentinel, watchful, clever, and utterly unafraid. At about 19 inches long, it stands smaller than a raven, but larger than most crows. Its plumage glints blue-black in sunlight, while the white breast and neck blaze like a badge of rank. The powerful bill, sharp and slightly arched, hints at its resourcefulness. Its intelligence borders on cunning. Pied crows learn quickly, opening nuts by dropping them onto rocks, stealing scraps from markets, or even teaming up to distract dogs and grab food. Their loud calls ring from rooftops, power poles, and termite mounds, filling the air with authority. Omnivorous and opportunistic, they eat insects, fruit, carrion, eggs, and human leftovers with equal enthusiasm. Few birds adapt more easily to the chaos of city and savanna alike. During breeding, they build large stick nests high in trees or on phone towers, lining them with soft materials. Pairs remain faithful, working together to defend their brood. As twilight spreads across the plains, a pair of pied crows glide homeward, wings outlined in fading gold. Their cries echo long after they vanish, the eternal voice of Africa's sky-bound survivors. High above the Niger River, where the wind rolls warm and steady, a lone shape circles effortlessly. The yellow-billed kite, Milvus aegyptius, glides on unseen thermals, its name drawn from the Latin for milvus, meaning kite, and its golden bill that gleams like sunlight on metal. In the folklore of Nigeria, it is a messenger of rain and a guardian of the skies. This raptor ranges widely across the country, soaring over savannas, villages, and river valleys alike. From the Sahel's dusty plains to the palm-lined lagoons of the south, its silhouette is a familiar sight. Wings outstretched in silent mastery, tail forked like a swallow's blade. Measuring about 23 inches from beak to tail, the kite wears a cloak of chocolate-brown feathers, the head paler, the eyes amber and unblinking. The yellow bill and legs flash briefly as it wheels against the sun, a living symbol of grace in motion. Its most remarkable trait is adaptability. The yellow-billed kite feeds on almost anything: fish snatched from rivers, carrion by the roadside, insects rising from fires, even scraps from open markets. It is nature's quiet recycler, turning the chaos of life and death into balance. During the breeding season, pairs nest high in trees or on power pylons, weaving sticks into sturdy platforms. Both parents share duties, their soft whistles echoing over the plains as they guard their young. As evening falls, the kite drifts through crimson skies, its wings carved against the setting sun. It does not hurry or hover. It simply rides the wind, eternal and unbound, the spirit of Africa's open air. Under the blazing Nigerian sun, a harsh chatter rises from the acacia groves, a sound like crackling twigs in the wind. It comes from the red-billed buffalo weaver, Bubalornis niger, whose name means black buffalo bird. The title is fitting: bold, noisy, and social. It moves through the savanna like a restless herd with wings. This species inhabits dry open woodlands and thorny scrub across northern Nigeria, especially where cattle graze and baobabs punctuate the horizon. It thrives in the heat and dust, turning every tree into a fortress of woven branches. In this landscape of thorn and sun, it is both builder and survivor. About 9 inches long, the red-billed buffalo weaver wears sooty black plumage that gleams chestnut in sunlight. Its strong crimson bill stands out like a coal ember, and white wing patches flash when it takes flight. The female is duller, but her presence commands the same busy energy. Its most striking feature is its nest, an immense communal structure of thorny twigs, often spanning several feet and housing dozens of chambers. Multiple pairs live together, each maintaining a separate room within the fortress. The constant chatter, squabbles, and fluttering wings give these colonies the liveliness of a small village, Feeding mainly on seeds, insects, and fruit, they forage boldly on the ground, often beneath herds of buffalo or cattle, a habit that inspired their name. When breeding season comes with the rains, males guard their entrances fiercely, while females lay 2 or 3 pale eggs inside their thorny homes. Their nests glow in the last light, sprawling silhouettes of defiance and ingenuity, standing against the red African sky. Across Nigeria's boundless landscapes, from the forests of Cross River to the wide Sahel plains, each bird we've met carries a heartbeat of the wild. They are more than colors and calls. They are the spirit of this land. But beauty this pure is never permanent. Forests shrink, rivers change, yet each wingbeat still reminds us there is hope wherever song remains. At BBTV Official, we believe every bird story deserves to soar. If these moments stirred your sense of wonder, help us keep them alive. Like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you'll never miss our next journey into the wild skies of the world. Until next time, may the voices of Nigeria's birds stay with you. A reminder that the world is still full of wings and wonder is always waiting above.